Hello everyone, welcome back to Buddha Armory. What we have here on the table here is a Bullpup conversion for the Hi-Point Carbine. This Bullpup chassis is made by Hightower Armory. It's called the Hightower Armory MBS 95 for the Hi-Point Carbine. Let's take a look at it. The features from top to bottom. So this Bullpup comes with Picatinny rails across a good portion of the top, in addition to Picatinny rail on the bottom. We have Magpul slots on both sides. We have you have an ambidextrous capability of how you want to mount your charging handle. Not only can you mount it on the left side or right side, but you actually can mount on both sides. I'll get to that in a moment. So there's also a piece of M-lock toward the rear. See right here. And a slot if you want to run through a sling. What I've done is I've added in through QD mounts front and rear on the chassis. So let's look at what I added to it. So here on the top, I've mounted on a cantilever red dot, flip up iron sights to act as backups for the red dot, in addition to a compact flashlight. The QD mounts that I mentioned before, in addition to the charging handle, mounted on the left side. Now, Hightower Armory provides you with a charging handle for the Bullpup. However, they also have an optional one for a little more money, where the handle is a little bit larger, allowing me to have a slightly better grip. So I went with that. In addition, I added in also a Magpul angled forward grip, the AFG2 model, because the pick rail did not feel comfortable. It was a bit on the sharp side, in my opinion. Plus, there really was, because of the shortness of the Bullpup, there really wasn't much where I could get a grip on the front of the gun. So the foregrip really works out well. It lets you get a good grip on it. You can even get your finger over in the front if you really want to hold on to it. And plus, the fact that the charging handle is not captive, while shooting, you could actually also rest your thumb on the charging handle as well, as it doesn't reciprocate like you would see on the carbine. All it does is just charge the bolt. What else? Other features, going further down to the trigger. The trigger has a blade, like a trigger safety on most pistols, in addition to a safety switch on the bottom. The switch is ambidextrous on both sides. In addition, the mag release button sits right here, so you can push it with your finger. And I'll flip on the other side of the gun to show you as well. As you can see, right here, got the trigger safety here, and you push with your finger while you're holding it to release your magazine. Magazines obviously sit toward the bottom. Bullpups are always behind the trigger. One of the things you also want to remember, if you never shot a Bullpup before, when you engage that mag release, be prepared to catch that mag behind your trigger grip, because the Hi-Point ones do fall out easily upon pushing that mag release. At least mine do, no problem. So the very first time I finished the magazine, I hit that trigger release, and next thing you hear a bang on the floor where the empty magazine fell. So quick learning experience on that one. So, but yeah. So as I said, you know, it's completely ambidextrous. They do sell, well, excuse me, not sell, rather, it's what part of the kit. For left-handed shooters, a deflector is provided, which will protect someone who's holding the bullpup left-handed, the casings to shoot in a downward angle away from the person's face, in addition to also redirecting some gas. So this really is truly ambidextrous for both left-handed and right-handed shooters. What else? So what I like about it is that with the bullpup, number one, the length of the bullpup is shorter. So the standard 995 TS, and I'm going by memory here, I think it's a touch over 32 inches. This configuration with the 995 inside the high tower Armory stock, the total length is 26.25 inches. So you're saving about 5 inches in length. In addition, with the bullpup, the weight is more towards the back, closer to your shoulder than up front with the, you know, when you're holding the forward hand grip on a rifle. Trigger. I know there's some videos out there saying, oh, the trigger is terrible. It actually is not. This trigger comes straight back. While with the carbine, it's sort of kind of like, it's almost a bit of a curve when you know, those who have it know how that trigger in the Hi-Point carbine works. This one is a straight back pull, and it's relatively thick, so it's actually comfortable. You can get a good purchase on your finger or knuckle, depending on how you shoot, to make it work. I don't notice any significant increase in weight. For me, it feels about the same. I will say, just like with the Hi-Point stock, you need to pretty much release the trigger completely before it resets, but that's how it is with Hi-Point. So the reset is very much the same. But for me, I quickly adapted to the trigger pull. Again, I didn't notice much different, but I felt that this trigger was more comfortable than on the carbine stock. So that's about it. Yeah, the weight on it is a little heavier. I think I put this in between all the accessories on it. It comes in close to 9 pounds. So although it's only 26.25 inches long, with your accessories, you're looking on a pretty heavy carbine. So I guess the good thing about that is that there's much less recoil than with the Hi-Point stock. Also, in addition, with the weight being further back, and also inside the stock, there is a large recoiler buffer spring inside the chassis, which I think helps with the recoil as well. In any case, it's fun to shoot. Moving the barrel and receiver from the carbine into the stock did not cause any issues. I had 0 failures after 100 shots. So take it for what it is. Also, from field stripping and cleaning, I will say this. The upper portion, which I guess you want to call one large dust cover, is a bit of a pain to get off. I heard, especially when they're new. Getting a grip on it just to pull it off is difficult. It's really, really snug in the chassis. So a little trick I learned that I've been doing is I take a rubber mallet and I tap the back of the 1/2-inch risers that I added to my sight here, and gently tapping it, and it slowly will start to move out to the point where it starts to loosen up enough where you can get a good grip. I would recommend, when putting it back in, a little bit of a lubricant, like a silicone lube on the rails. That may help it come off easier just by hand rather than doing the rubber mallet trick. So that's just something I learned with it. Again, I only had it disassembled once for cleaning. It is easier. Once you get that dust cover off, it's much easier to disassemble the remainder of the gun for field stripping, cleaning, lubrication than in the original Hi-Point Carbine chassis. That's just my observation. But that's about it. The chassis at the time I purchased this was close to $270. I had a 10% coupon that I found online, so it was a little bit less. But I will tell you, from an ergonomic perspective, a features perspective, the overall feel, this is, for me, it was worth the upgrade. It just feels better shooting it. It looks better than the Hi-Point stock, and you know, it's just overall more enjoyable. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Thanks for watching. Take care.